Welcome to the Geeks, Joysticks podcast. This show we talk about shows, movies, video games, trailers, and cool stuff we see during the week. I am your host, Enterprise. With me today, as sometimes,
Bubbles.
Miss Bubbles, looking like a Victoria's Secret model. Huh? What happened?
Why is that?
Is that not true?
Yes.
Okay, there we go.
But that is their newest recruitments.
Hey, I don't know what they're doing over there. I just think you look like a Victoria's Secret model angel, Bubbles. Do you disagree? You don't seem to like that compliment, Bubbles.
Like Giselle or
Nah, no te pases de verga, Giselle.
like who?
I mean,
Carol?
like their newer generation, looking pretty cool.
All right.
You don't approve?
I mean, that's the only kind of angels you'll be the closest to get.
Yeah, Victoria's Secret models. All right, listen. We already got canceled in 30 seconds. Good job, Bubbles. How you doing, Bubbles? How you feeling? How you been, Bubbles?
I'm cold. And I want to suck a lollipop.
Yeah, you wanted a lollipop, and that's a horrible idea for a podcast.
People like
No.
ASMRs.
Okay, well then, if I had an ASMR potty, then yeah. But I don't. I have a geeky potty. So let's get into some geeky shit, Bubbles. You ready?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start off with a fucking cheesy question because this whole this whole thing is gonna be Disney, Bubbles.
Why?
Because I like Disney. You like Disney, Bubbles?
I've been to Disney.
No. Not Disneyland. You don't fuck. Disney. You like Disney?
A little bit.
For reals? 1 out of 10, how much of a Disney fan do you consider yourself?
I think fan is a strong word. I hate it when it's used lightly. Like some other co-hosts sometimes do in this podcast. But
I consider myself a Disney fan. Anything that Disney comes out, I will watch.
that's not a fan. Like a Disney fan, like goes to the theme parks, buys merchandise.
I've been to a theme park
you don't
more
even
times
have
a
a
year.
subscription to Disney Plus that
Yes,
you
I do.
pay.
That doesn't matter. I don't have to pay.
I'd say I'm a 7.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like it's low.
You think I'm lower?
I feel like you're higher.
Oh,
You're not a Disney fan?
there are certain properties, but Disney as a whole.
Right. You watch every single Disney movie that comes out. You watched most of the popular ones back then. Well, the fact that you hate on The Lion King, that puts me lower on the totem pole. But I consider myself a 10 Disney fan. I love Disney.
A 10?
Yes.
Where's your Disney Funko Pop?
Why does everything have to be Funko Pop with you?
That's the ultimate fandom.
It is not. What if I don't like
proof.
Funko Pops?
That's fair.
Well, then I don't like Funko Pops.
You sure do have a lot of Funko
Because
Pops.
they give them to me.
Please don't give Funko Pops to your host. He hates them.
But I consider myself a Disney fan. If any Disney new property, I'm watching. Any Marvel thing, I'm watching. Even Star Wars, I'm watching. All that is Disney.
You see, I'm not watching any Star Wars shit.
Okay.
So that's why I'm like,
But any new animation movie, you would watch it regardless.
if it looks cool,
So you are picky about it then?
yeah.
Oh, well, then you are a 7. Then fuck you.
I don't think you're a 10.
What do you think am I?
I was just saying you were a 7.5.
You're out of your fucking mind.
No.
Why?
Because
Take out spending money in your argument, because that's all you're bringing
that's
to
a
the table.
big part of the fandom.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, there are poor people who are fans of things too, and I'm one of them.
fake fans.
Why? Because we don't spend money.
Yeah.
So because you spent 50 cents on a Mickey shirt at Old Navy, that makes you a bigger fan than I am.
It's not 50 cents.
You said it was 50 cents.
I go to a Disney store regularly.
Wait, it's overpriced and for bullshit.
But if you're a fan.
There's nothing in the Disney store for me. What the
there
fuck
is.
am I going to walk in there and buy?
Yes, there is. There's a lot of stuff.
What am I going to buy?
You're a fake fan because you haven't been there.
What am I going to buy? I've been
There
in
are
there.
t-shirts.
Not my fucking size.
Yes, there are.
No, they're bigger t-shirts at Walmart.
They
my
have
size.
plates. They have pins. They have
Plates.
pens. They have monitos. They have fucking hats.
You wild. Take out money in account. I feel like fandom is reflected on the love you have for whatever you want. And I don't know why you always is like, it's money. Why has it got to be money?
When was the last time you watched anything Disney?
I literally just watched.
Doctor Strange doesn't count.
No, I watched the new sketch movie, sketch documentary yesterday. I finished it. You don't even know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do. It's on my list.
Oh, mira. Well, it's off mine, bitch, because I watched all of them. Even the one with boring ass, the fucking Encanto lady that I didn't care for.
Oh, I know that. I know that one. I'm passing on that.
I found it interesting and it was
They
relaxing.
like teach you how to draw them.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like step by step. It's more Disneyfied with like each artist telling their backstory of how they got into it.
About your story.
Yeah, I was kind of like, I don't give a fuck. But I found it very relaxing when they were like, and then you make an S of kind of Bob Rossi. I was like, oh, it just relaxed me. So in your fucking face.
That just means you have more time to spend on bullshit.
It was 30 minutes an episode.
Oh, bitch.
30 minutes.
That's a lot of time.
It took me like 2 months to watch it.
Anyway, what do you bring the topic for?
No, you pissed me off. Now we're staying here for 2 hours.
Oh.
I'm assaulted that you think I'm a 7.5 Disney fan. Number one, I'm a millennial.
Uh-huh.
And I feel like millennials are diehard Disney fans, whether they like it or not. That's what we grew up on. We grew up on Lion King, Aladdin, Hercules, Little Mermaid, Pocahontas. The golden age of Disney was our childhood. So I feel like if I meet a millennial who's not a Disney fan, which you were too harsh with the word fan, I say you are a Disney fan. You're wearing a fucking self-portrait on your phone. No, I was thinking of an insult. I was going to say Victoria's Secret model. You're wearing
Twins.
a self-portrait on your shirt right now of Quasimodo.
We're twins.
So you're a fandom. I love me Goofy, Goof Troop. Used to watch that shit. I'm a fandom of the property. That's why I'm 10. If whatever Disney puts out, I'm watching. If it's a 5 minute short, if it's a whatever the fuck, I'll even watch the very whack new Mickey stuff that I'm not a huge fan of. Right? That's why I'm a 10.
Well, to me, fans are like you need to have your room plaster, your house plaster, shits on your car because you're a fan. You're a fan. Fan.
But that's an
you
extreme.
Go crazy. You go, yes, you're a fan.
No.
That's what I think when you think of a fan.
Well, you're wrong.
I'm a fan for certain properties of it, certain stories and shit, but not the whole thing.
Do you agree that millennials are hardcore Disney fans?
No.
I feel like that's the main age group. Because like our older cousins are not crazy into Disney like we are, right? Are you crazy into Disney? No, right? You just said you're a 7.
I'm keeping it real. I like going to Disneyland. I like watching stuff
that you pay for only.
Not that I mean,
that's what it sounds like.
How else do you watch it?
Downloaded it fucking illegally. I'll give you the fucking links.
I don't know about that. I
know all about that. Poor fans. If you're a poor fan, leave a comment down in the section down below. Stand up for pants. For pants. It's just I feel like it's almost weird if you meet people all age who hate Disney.
I don't think most people hate it.
Not most people. That's my point. I feel like if you find someone who's like, I fucking hate Disney, I'm like, but wait, you were born in the 90s. How would you not? You were not raised on that shit. You didn't have all these VHSs. You're like, nah, I fucking hate it. Same thing goes with Pixar. Pixar's part of Disney, but I'm strictly staying into the before Pixar Disney, which is like, okay, you hate it. You hate it. That's kind of harsh for me.
Okay.
And I feel like in fandom, most likely, like in everything, when you're a diehard of something, theories start to pop out, right? And I feel like theories are just wild thoughts to help put pieces together to make things make sense. And most of the time, they're stretching it to make it fit into their theory, because the theory might add to the lore, might make what you're watching and what you like juicy a little bit, Because you can essentially have a theory about everything and anything, whether or not it actually makes sense is kind of what I want to do today. Because this past week, I took a deep dive into the deepest, darkest Disney theories I could find, Bubbles.
Okay.
So I'm going to spit them out to you, right? I want you to listen. I want you to react to them. And I want you to tell me whether or not you buy it or deny it.
Okay.
You down?
Yeah. The whole equipment.
There we go. What happened?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Here's the first one, Bubbles. I need you to have an open mind. All right?
The openness.
The openest of the opens.
Okay.
So, Mrs. Seven. Okay? You're talking to a 10 right here. Mother Gothel from Tangled
Oh, I heard that one.
is the evil queen from Snow White.
Oh, no, I didn't hear that one.
So both stories take place in Germany. They're both vain. The old versions of themselves look very similar, and Tangled takes place 200 years after. So a lot of people are like, how the fuck, whatever, right? So if you remember how Tangled starts, she's an old lady who finds a flower to keep her ageless. This, I'm talking about Mother Gothel. So the theory is she apparently, the evil witch, survived the fall in Snow White, right? Which immediately leads us into Tangled, where she finds the flower to keep her ageless, which is why she left Snow White alone, because she got what she wanted, which is to be young forever, right? More slightly evidence is that their apples are featured heavily in Tangled, and at one point she refuses one because she refuses a bite, right? So the theory is basically that they're pretty similar. They look the same. They're basically the same character. Even the old version of them, they're saying that she looks pretty close. Do you buy or deny this theory, Bubbles?
It's interesting. It's not something that I would think about right away.
Yeah.
Probably because one movie's super old and one's like super new. I mean, the oldest, actually.
The oldest of all time.
It's interesting. I mean, it's an interesting theory. I would need maybe more evidence, I guess, perhaps. I don't know.
It piqued your curiosity. You're not ready to just deny it, right?
I heard one where actually Meg is Mother Gothel.
Meg?
Yeah, Meg.
What Meg?
From Hercules.
Oh, I didn't find that one. What is the evidence to that?
I don't remember the evidence, but it was like, all right.
Good job.
Okay, I kind of see it.
But Meg wasn't vain, was she? And Meg is in Greece, and this Tangled takes place in Germany.
I don't know, but
you better come correct with your fucking facts, Bubbles.
I forgot because it's been a minute, but it makes sense. Maybe I can Google it.
Nah, did you buy the Meg one or this one more?
I mean, I bought the other one because I was watching the video of them explaining it. Well, yeah. But it doesn't make much sense either. Like, I think they're about maybe the same. I don't know. I mean, it's interesting.
So you buy it? You could buy it.
I don't think it's legit, but
some of these other ones are like this is not one of the wildest ones that I've heard. So I could buy it because if you look at the side by side pictures, you'd be like, "Oh shit, okay, yeah, I see what everybody's talking about. I got you. I kind of buy it, Bubbles.
Why?
Because of everything I just said. She refuses a bite of the apple in Tangled. They gave an explanation of where she came from and all this other stuff. Like the movie of Tangled takes place right after the end of Snow White. Like all of it kind of makes sense. I could buy it. It's not outlandish and really, really crazy where it's like, nah, that's stupid. You know, some of them in here are kind of dumb.
Yeah, I think like the flower plays a very important part in it. Right,
because the first time we see Mother Gothel, she's an old, decrepit old lady that's coming from who the fuck knows where. So I buy it. Did you find the Meg one?
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Oh, you're watching. Well, then never mind, Bubble. Let's move on to the next one.
Sure.
You kind of buy it then? Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Sticking with Snow White. Okay. Snow White's Prince Charming is actually Death.
Okay.
The theory says that the apple actually worked. So the prince appeared, aka the Grim Reaper, to wake her up with the kiss of death, to take her to the afterlife. If you remember, at the end of Snow White, they ride off in a white horse, which is a reference to the biblical rider Death, who had a white horse in the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Now we getting darker, Bubbles. Do you buy or deny that
Like the
one?
new Snow White? It's sad. It's dark. But most of all, the Disney movies have like this like dark side to them. I mean, could the dwarfs see death too? Also, then. Or?
I mean, they're if you consider them some kind of magical beings, yeah.
I mean, he didn't look very death-like to me.
Well, no. It's a theory. It's a very, you have to put a lot of imagination in it. And again, all of it makes sense. The white horse makes sense. I could see it be maybe not a depiction of exactly what happened, but I could also buy it, because she's passed out for half of that movie. Have you seen Snow White in a minute?
I did, yeah.
I haven't. I kind of want to. I was afraid of Snow White growing up.
Why?
The witch would scare me. The music is very, man, it's very, very loud and in your face. I remember it would scare me.
I guess when she's in the woods, kind of scary.
Yeah, the woods part's scary because all the woods have like creepy faces and shit. Anyway, you buy or deny this theory, Bubbles?
It's cool.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Cool.
It's not bad. Okay. This is the last Snow White, and this is probably my favorite of all the theories, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dopey, you feel me, Dopies?
Mm-hmm.
And Geppetto are the same person, dog. Okay?
I don't buy it.
Let me explain to you.
Okay.
They look alike. Dopey don't talk, so he might be too young. The theory is the dwarves took a child in as a mistake as one of their own. They released him after him getting older. When he was older, he moved to Italy and became a woodworker, and they have similar personalities. They both are very kind, soft, clueless, and timid. Adding to the theory, Dopey was in love with Snow White, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Dopey now is Geppetto. So, as Geppetto,
the pedo.
he molded Pinocchio after what a kid of Snow White and him would look like. Look at Dopey and Geppetto side by side. Tell me, this motherfucker isn't this motherfucker as an old fuck, dog. And tell me, you wouldn't believe Pinocchio as a real boy is Snow's children, bruh.
That is so creepy.
Isn't it? It fits though.
A little bit, I guess.
A lot of bit. A lot of fucking bit. Look at them side by side, dog. I never thought of this one at all, ever in the life.
Because it has to do more like with the way art was drawn back then again, maybe.
I know, but the noses are both perfectly round. They both have blue eyes. They both have the same soft face. They look like each other. And then again, this part's the freakiest to me, that Pinocchio looks like a Snow White son. Look at that shit. Cause he's got black hair. Geppetto got white hair. So I mean, he could have been blonde or whatever. But I buy this one, Bubbles.
That's crazy.
You buy it or deny it.
I mean, it started out wild.
That's what's fun about the theories. You're like, fuck no.
But sure, why not? I buy it.
Buy it, Bubbles. Buy it. Look at the evidence, Doc. You gotta look into it. I like that one. I like that one a lot, Bubbles. So we've bought most of them for now. But I'm telling you, there's some stinkers in here. Here's this next one, Bubbles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cinderella is actually a fucking brat.
Okay.
So the movie is told from her perspective, right? The theory suggests Cindy was actually from a very wealthy family, and that when the stepmother came into her life, she was actually trying to teach her about hard work. And since she has never done chores or work in her life, she makes everything seem much more terrible than it actually is. Do you buy or deny that one?
I mean, could be, but she was still being kind of a bad stepmom.
But
because you're treating special your own daughters, you're not also making like lead by example.
But the movie's told from Cinderella's perspective. So she's biased in telling her story. So if someone comes into your house and starts telling you what to do, you're gonna label them as this crazy fucking bitch, and her with her daughters, that she only loves her daughters more, and they don't do any work, and I'm over here slaving when she only told you to like wash 3 dishes or whatever.
So what would be like the stepmother story? That Cinderella didn't
was a
do
fucking
shit?
brat, a brat that never did shit before because she came from a very wealthy family, and she told her to do a couple chores for a week, and then the fucking boss happened, and she's a fucking brat.
But back then I don't think there was like such a thing, because they had maids and stuff. You were not allowed to like clean and shit if you are of a white lady.
But this is a fucking privileged blonde bitch that needs to be snapped in line.
But back then that was like the rule. They weren't so like teaching by example, because someday you're gonna have to fucking do all of this because you were not supposed to. You were supposed to have maids all your life.
Makes sense. So you don't buy this one?
I think it's a stretch. They just hate.
I'm trying to sell it. I'm trying to sell it.
They hating.
They could be hating. So you don't buy that one? I was a little iffy on that one.
I don't buy it.
You don't buy it. Bubbles don't buy it. Here's another stretch, but I like this one because I'm all into psychology and shit. All right, you ready for this one?
Okay.
Ariel is actually a schizophrenic, Bubbles.
Okay.
Theory is she's actually not a mermaid, and that she's actually a mental patient, and it all takes place in her head. Her dad is protective of her because of her condition. Ursula is her doctor taking care of her. The voices in her head are Flounder and Sebastian, and when Ursula gives her the meds, she can't communicate to people in the real world anymore. Eric is just a nurse she has become obsessed with, and because Ursula is trying to stop her from chasing him, Ariel thinks she's trying to steal her away from her. That one's a little bit of a stretch, but I kind of like it.
That's the biggest stretch.
I know,
that's
but
how long
I
I
liked
stretch.
it. I liked it.
I think I associate more schizophrenic with Alice. That would make more sense.
We'll get it to Alice in a second. But you don't buy that one?
No.
You're a fucking diehard de la Ariel's way.
She's a fucking hoarder, I give you that.
She's a hoarder. She does have mental issues, yes. She might have selective mutism, but I mean that's part of the movie. That one was a stretch. But the more I thought about it, I was like, yeah, like I could see her trying to leave the asylum, but she can't speak to people because she's out in the real world. And when she got to the med, she can't talk. I was trying to buy it. That one was really tough. That one was really, really, really tough. All right, but we're sticking with Ariel's. This theory says that Captain Hook killed Ariel's mom. So in the film Ariel's Beginning, which is the prequel of The Little Mermaid, it's shown that she dies by pirates, aka they're saying that this was Captain Hook's crew. Or the other theory says that she was captured by him and took her to Neverland, and she is the one we see playing with Peter Pan, aka the D one. You buy or deny this theory, Bubbles?
I don't know. I think it would be more likely that his ship killed her. But then again, aren't they supposed to be in Neverland? Or was that before they went to Neverland?
Who?
Hook.
You can place him any other place in the world.
Because I don't think
he can travel outside of Neverland.
Can he?
I'm pretty sure he can.
Aren't they like trapped there?
Nah. If Peter can, I can't see why Captain Hook with the actual ship can. So you believe Peter flying around in the fucking PJs makes more sense than Captain Hook with the ship?
What?
You think that Peter flying around in his tidy whities makes more sense to escape Neverland than Captain Hook with a ship and a pirate ship and a crew?
Then why doesn't he leave?
Because it's home. Maybe because when he left, he fucking killed a mermaid by accident. And he's like, traumatized. And he's not going back. Do you buy another theory that Captain Hook had anything to do with Ariel's mama's death?
I don't buy it. No.
You don't buy it?
He's too dumb.
Captain Hook is?
Yeah. And it would be like, oh, it was an accident. But I'd picture him in Neverland. I guess he had to, at some point, live in the regular world, maybe. So maybe, but a little bit of a stretch.
That one's a stretch for you?
A little bit.
That was fine. That's fine.
Because even the mermaid with Peter Pan looks younger than what the mama looked like.
That one's true. I mean, just because she's a redhead in Peter Pan, they're like, oh, it's Ariel's mama. Okay, sticking with Peter Pan. This theory suggests that Peter Pan is the angel of death who takes dead children to the afterlife, and that is why they don't age. A similar theory says that Peter actually kills kids when they start to grow up. Out of those two, which one do you buy and which one do you deny? I think I buy the angel of death one more and more and more.
That's so scary. What's with death in Disney?
Well, you know why? There's like a lot of mamas missing in the golden age is because Walt lost his mama after he bought her a house and everything, and she died due to like poisoning or intoxication. Like there was a gas leak in her house, in the house that he bought her, so he felt very guilty because of that. So that's why he refused to have mamas, because he would feel bad, or it would remind of his own mama. So a lot of Disney movies are missing the mama for that reason, which I guess that makes sense. But I think I buy the Peter being the angel of death over him murdering kids, even though him murdering kids would be cool.
He's climbing out your windows,
snatching people up, doc. Which one do you buy, angel of death, or he's murdering kids before they grow up too old?
Death.
The angel of death.
Maybe it just leads them to jump outside the window
and they die. And then he takes them to Neverland, which makes sense why Captain Hook, you can turn it into Captain Hook being a good guy. And he's like, no, don't go with fucking Peter. Peter's going to fucking kill you.
Maybe he killed Hook's son.
También. We can keep digging and digging and digging and digging. That's why I love it. I buy the angel of death one, Bubbles.
Fucking Peter.
All right, here's the Alice one, Bubbles. Alice in Alice in Wonderland is actually a drug addict, and the White Rabbit is her dealer. So in the movie, this bitch eats mushrooms, she drinks random potions, and sees an invisible cat in the movie that no one else sees. And all these events are actually depicting her tripping balls.
Bitch is crazy.
Bitch crazy. You buy or deny this theory, Bubbles?
I mean, she's a child.
In the fucking, what, 1900s?
Are we talking about the live action? Or
all of them.
I mean, even before, you see a child. She was a child in all of them.
How old is she supposed to be? 16?
In the cartoon, I think she was like, I don't know, 10.
Because another is like the original author for Alice, Lewis Carroll, I think. They claim that he was a huge drug addict. So it was like, he's depicting drugs through things. I mean, if you watched Alice in Wonderland, this is one of the trippiest movies for sure.
The trippiest, yeah.
And I kind of like her being a drug addict and a white rabbit, because it kind of reminds me of the game Alice in Wonderland that I talk about so much. And there's a lot of, again, hit me with the psychological shit. There's a lot of psychological turmoil in these movies. And the heavier you make it, for some reason, the better it gets. So I kind of buy that Alice is actually a junkie. You buy or deny this one, Bubbles?
I don't buy it. I would buy him more than she's like a schizo or something. She has mental issues, but not the drugs.
But what mental issues would she have? Mommy issues? And that's
like
why she has the Queen of Hearts?
Just be like schizophrenic. I don't know.
Nah, LSD, bruh. She tripping balls. She got a pussy gato that takes his head off and talks to her, cuz. What else you want? That's a good one. I like that one.
Oh, I guess.
So you deny it or buy it?
I deny it.
Okay. Here's a new one from a newer movie, Wreck-It Ralph. So you remember Calhoun?
No.
La Samus.
Okay.
The lady with the gun. Remember?
Jane Lynch?
Yeah, the Jane Lynch character. So remember there are these fucking cybugs in the movie? Mm-hmm. They're like these giant bugs, right? When they're depicting her backstory, a cybug comes in through a window on her wedding day and eats her husband. Remember that?
Dope.
And then she's shooting at it. She's shooting it, right? Well, what everybody forgot is that the cybug turns into what they eat. So what she's probably shooting at off screen is the transformation of the cyborg turning into her fiance. So the theory is she shot a transformed cyborg form of her own fiance.
That's too crazy. I don't get it. That's a lot going on.
What do you mean? A bug ate her fiance and the fiance turned into the bug. And she killed the bug, man.
Oh, she killed the bug later on?
No, right then and there.
Oh.
Remember these nasty things?
Kinda, yeah.
Whatever these things eat, they turn into that.
Okay.
So they ate her husband.
Okay.
And they turned into her husband and she had to shoot her husband in the face.
I don't buy it.
It's right there off screen, Bubbles. Where you don't buy it?
What? I don't buy it.
Pinche morro. I buy it. I think you're too dumb and don't understand what I tell you, Bubbles.
I think you're too gullible.
Nah, this one's like one of the clearest ones. It's right there in the movie. I know you hate this one, Bubbles, and the second movie actually disproved it. Anna and Elsa's parents are Tarzan's. They're the same parents. Again, Anna and Elsa from Frozen are Tarzan's sisters. That's what this theory says. So remember in Tarzan, his parents, along with him, just the parents got washed up from a voyage or whatever the fuck. Anna and Elsa's parents got lost in a voyage. And then they were like trying to figure out the point and place of where they took apart, whatever. So it kind of fit. And I remember you didn't buy this one at all, which I kind of like this one.
It's out there.
Problem is, Frozen 2 disproves it completely.
Why?
Because weren't they in the forest or whatever? I haven't seen Frozen 2 since we saw it in the theater. I remember that they actually got lost in the theater. They got lost in the forest or something, no? You just saw Frozen this year.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Where?
On your house, you told me.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe it was last year. I don't know.
I mean, you've seen it recently.
I don't think her parents were trapped in the woods. It was other people from
the tribe of her mama's tribe or whatever.
The realm or something. Yeah. And some soldiers from back then.
Don't they find her mom or something?
But it's more like a spirit.
Right. So whatever happened in Frozen 2 disproves this whole theory. There's also a bunch of theories saying that what's her name from Tangled? Her name is not Tangled. Everybody calls her Tangled. What's her name?
Who?
Rapunzel. They're saying that Rapunzel is their cousin.
That one I kind of believe because you see it.
Because you see her right there walking into the castle.
Yeah.
But I forget the specifics of that. Of that theory. I didn't buy it. I think I like this one better. And then there was another one saying that they were all related.
I think it's because they found the ship of their parents crashed somewhere. I think. There was
another theory involving Frozen and Brave, but I wasn't a fan about that one. I forgot about this other Tangled one that I remembered. So we don't buy this one, Tarzan? No, the second movie disproves it.
Allegedly, I guess, maybe.
Regarding Tangled, that it predicted the coronavirus.
Okay.
Because the city is called
Corona.
And Rapunzel is locked away in herself.
Okay.
So she's locked down away from Corona.
But she's going towards it. Like
because
all the white Americans. Because
we don't give a fuck.
Could be.
It's a wild coincidence. I don't necessarily buy that one. I do not buy that one. But when I heard it, I was like, okay, a lot of coincidences. Wild dumb. Ready for a sick one? Still in the Frozen?
Okay.
So Sven. You know who Sven is?
The moose.
The moose. Not a moose. It's a fucking whatever.
Oh. Elk?
So, no. It's a fucking reindeer, I guess.
Oh. Okay.
So why is Sven attached to Kristoff? Theory is because he's wearing Sven's mom's pelt. So he smells the comfort in him. Theory says that when they were young, because they've been together since they were young, Sven Kristoff or his parents actually hunted down Sven's parents and made his mama into the coat that he's been wearing throughout the whole series.
Since he was a child.
That's the one that kind of doesn't make sense. But at the same time, Sven is a big motherfucker. You can make a lot of fucking pelts. But they're explaining the attachment to Sven and Kristoff that he's wearing his mama.
I don't buy it.
That one's kind of fucked. You buy or deny that one? You don't buy that one?
No. The one I buy
makes sense.
The one I just recently saw is that, like, why would the name Frozen? Like, it doesn't make much of a sense when most princess or Disney movies have, like, I don't know, something more like, it could be called like the Ice Queen or the Ice Witch. But the one that when you Google Frozen Disney, for that movie to be the first thing that comes up instead of Walt Disney being Frozen, because a lot of people were inquiring about that.
Oh, instead of Disney's Frozen head.
Yeah.
So you think they made that whole movie for that reason?
It just made me think about, like, why is the name Frozen? It's like, okay, there's eyes in it, but it would make more sense to have, I don't know, another name. And that, because now when you type Frozen, Disney Frozen, you get just like that.
I mean, right now, in the newer stages, Disney titles are like one word. You know, you got Moana, you got Encanto, you got Luca, you got, Turning Red is probably the longest thing we've seen in a minute. We had Soul before that. All those are Pixar and Disney or whatever. So one word, I guess. Cold sounds dumb.
Yeah.
So but yeah, that makes 100% sense. I buy that one over Sven mama wearing. I always get him confused. I always think Sven is the guy.
No. Leave Zaddy Kristoff alone. He's fucking hot.
Another theory, Bubbles. Could Kristoff get it?
That's not a theory. It's a fact.
There you go, Bubbles.
Oh, shit.
That's you.
But yeah, it was interesting because that rumor has been like forever.
The fact that they have Walt Disney's head underneath Disneyland?
I'm not exactly sure if like underneath, but like he's frozen.
That's the word I heard, that they have it underneath Disneyland.
And I kind of believe it because it's crazy, but like, is it really that crazy for the amount of money Disney has?
But what is the plan? To bring them back later with a robotic?
I don't know. Like, that's what I don't know. I'm not smart enough. Like, if you freeze somebody, like, can come back to life later
If you're Disney, would you want your head fucking cut off and frozen? I would. Why the fuck not?
But why is the head cut off?
For the brain, I guess.
Why is it not attached to the body?
What, you want him floating in a tank like Mewtwo?
Why is it? Well, we have a different perspective. I mean, I think he's frozen, not floating in water. I don't know.
I guess I'm thinking of like G.I. Joe and shit.
I don't know. But I heard it when I saw that one. I was like, well,
that one makes sense. I buy that one more than Sven's mom being a coat. I buy that one. I buy yours, Bubbles. All right, let's move on. Let's get into my favorite movie, Bubbles. Ready?
Lion King.
Mufasa. I'm gonna hit you.
Big fat pussy. Mufasa.
Mufasa controls the weather after his death. So if you recall, after he dies, a terrible drought ensues. So there's no food, nearly killing his whole pride. And when Simba's fighting Scar, you probably remember there's a random thunderbolt of lightning that starts the whole ass fire. And after Scar is thrown into the fucking fire, randomly, after the victory, everything clears up and it starts to rain, putting out the fire in a beautiful rainbow at the end, signifying victory. Do you buy or deny that Mufasa is actually controlling the weather after his death?
I don't buy it.
I kind of buy it.
I mean, weather's crazy.
In Africa?
Yeah.
The food? I don't buy that one because Scar wanted to feed everybody, all of his compillas, a lot from the jump. And the deal that he had with the hyenas is that it was like where he was going to take away from his pride to feed the hyenas because the hyenas were hungry. So that's where the food came, because they were just killing everything. Mufasa in the beginning of the movie is like circle of life. You know, you have to fucking do it patiently. Oh. Big fat pussy. Mufasa was like, remember who you are. Oh, that was more Thanos than Mufasa. But yeah, and Scar was like, no, let's kill everything all the time and eat everything. So that's how I explain the no food, but the no drought, and then all of a sudden there's rain. I kind of buy it a little, Bubbles. You don't?
No.
Well, you don't like Lion King, so your opinion don't
not
count. Your opinion don't count, regardless.
So boring.
You're stupid. Best music, best animation, best characters, best everything. Fuck me eyes, everything, Bubbles. Speaking of fuck me eyes, Bubbles, this next theory suggests that the Lion King is a product of incest. So, in an actual pride, which is what you call a group of lions, the alpha male bones all the female lions, which means most likely Nala and Simba are step siblings from different mamas. Nala be like, I'm stuck, step bro.
Ew. Oh. What?
They fucking dog.
Oh.
And then when Simba becomes the big fat dick, he gotta fuck his mama and his auntie and everybody.
Well, assuming they're alive, are they?
Yeah. That's why there's only.
I don't think he has to fuck the old.
He's the fucking big mother. He's the big fucking lion, dog. That's why there's only one. How many male lions is there? Nomás el pinche Scar. And he's probably a homo. That's why he's over in the corner.
I mean, it's nature.
Just nature, bruh. But it kind of fucks up my whole Lion King perspective now. He just can't wait to be king and fuck all the big fat pussies. You buy it or deny that one, Bubbles?
I buy it.
You buy it. Keep on pushing, Bubbles. It's kind of Hercules. Kind of Lion King. So if you remember in the movie Hercules, there's a scene where Hercules is wearing Scar. You remember that one, Bubbles?
Yeah.
Theory suggests that Hades returned Scar from the dead to face Hercules. In Greek mythology, killing the Nemean lion is the first label of Hercules. Do you buy or deny this theory?
I don't buy it.
Why?
I think it was just like a...
He's wearing his ass.
It was like a cute, like... Wah.
Nah, I buy this 100%, dog.
Because he's not like a big, powerful tiger. He was very bony.
Well, he's not because he's a fucking lion.
What do you mean?
You said tiger.
Oh, yeah. He's like... It was like old and bony, like...
But
Hades... It
Hades...
wasn't much of a fight.
Because you just see his head and shit after he skinned his ass. Look at his fucking head.
Huh?
Any human versus a lion, the fucking human is fucked. Not versus Hercules. I buy it because of the Hades introduction into the story. Then how would you explain Scar in the movie? That's Scar. They have the same scar over the eye. It was
just like a cute, like, nudge, like, haha, look. You know?
No. Scar is in Africa. Hercules in Greece, bro. We gotta explain everything. I buy it. You don't?
No.
Fuck
I think you think too hard into it.
It makes sense because of the first trials of Hercules. He in the Greek mythology had to kill the Nemean tiger. Yeah, you got me saying
there's a bunch of tigers that look alike.
Nemean lion, and it's supposed to be a golden lion in the Greek mythology, but they turned him into Scar for a fucking reason. I like that one. I bought it, Bubbles.
I don't buy it.
But don't buy it. You don't have the money to buy it anyway. Fuck you, Bubbles. All right, this one I thought it was kind of a stretch, Bubbles. Let's get into it. Aladdin, you know, Aladdin, street rat, stinky. Aladdin takes place in the future, Bubbles.
Okay.
When Genie is first released from his lamp, he says he's been locked up for over 10,000 years. Follow me?
Mm-hmm.
And throughout the movie, he makes jokes and impressions of modern movies and celebrities. He does Jack Nicholson. He does Terminator, right? So the theory suggests Genie is from our time. And Aladdin is after a world-ending disaster that set humanity back. If you look even in the video games, if you want to drag in the video games in here, you can see that there are stop signs buried in the sand that heavily support this theory. There's no stop signs in the fucking movie. Why is there stop signs over here? There's no cars or anything.
Okay.
That is because he's in the fucking future after everything exploded, bruh. Do you buy or deny this theory?
It's interesting.
Speak your truth, Bubbles. It sounds like you holding back.
I don't buy it.
You want to call it fucking stupid? Go ahead.
I don't quite buy it.
That's fine. You don't have to buy it. That's the whole point.
There's not enough proof.
I was like that, but then I kept seeing it a bunch of times and explaining different ways that I was started to lean a little bit more. Then how would you explain Genie knowing who the fuck Terminator is?
Because it's Disney. I don't think they were thinking too hard when they were making these movies that are meant to people who have fun and be like, aha, I know that. We also have a live action Aladdin movie that has nothing like that.
Did you see the new edit?
No.
Where he smacks the dog shit?
They took out a Genie?
No, where he smacks the dog shit at Aladdin for talking about his woman.
What?
Never mind, you're too slow, Bubbles. Now, the buy it or deny it isn't the fact that you think Disney had involvement or had that thought going into making the movie. It's whether or not it fits and you buy that theory going forward.
Okay.
So I kind of buy it. It's the video game stop sign is the one that got me. Because you don't see no stop sign in the fucking movie.
But it could have been like a game developer just fucking up.
También. Sounds like you don't buy it, Bubbles.
I don't.
That's fine. You don't have to buy them all. Some of them aren't stinkers. Now, there's visible proofs for this one. So if you deny this one, I don't know what the hell's wrong with you. Okay? Speaking of zaddies, Gaston from Beauty and the Beast killed Bambi's mother. If you remember when he's singing this song, I'm going to be like Gaston, everybody suck the dick of Gaston. There are a bunch of deer heads and antlers in the pub as his trophy, as his wall of trophies. And he also sings about how good of a hunter he is. Early in the Beauty and the Beast movie, we see Bambi's mother sipping water in a creek, connecting the two in the same universe.
How are they connected?
Because they're right there. Because this is Bambi's mother right here.
Huh? And where's Gaston?
In Beauty and the Beast. This is the opening sequence of Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, okay.
So these are the woods.
Okay.
And he has a bunch of antlers.
Okay.
And in the Bambi movie, we don't see who kills his mother. So the fan theory is fucking Gaston did it. Making him even a bigger douche that he already is.
I mean,
you buy or deny this theory, Bubbles?
I don't think he was like the only hunter back then.
But he's the best one. He's a trophy guy.
It could have been anybody.
So, no, it has to be someone who's very, very skilled. You calling Bambi's mother stupid?
I mean, she got killed.
By Gaston. Mr. Big Dick over here.
Sure, I'll give you that one.
You buy this one?
Sure.
I like it. I was shook to see that she's in the opening scene of fucking...
I haven't seen Bambi in the longest.
I haven't seen Bambi in the longest. I was another one I was afraid of. When they fight, they make a lot of noise when I was a kid, and I like it. I think I was autistic, yo. Don't like loud noises. You buy that one then?
Sure.
I'm trying to sell these on you very, very hard, Bubbles. Still with the Beauty and the Beast, Bubbles. This is a little bit of a stretch. You ready?
Alrighty.
Who the fuck is Chip's daddy? You remember Chip?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Mrs. Potts is way too fucking old to be his mama. Okay?
Rude.
When you look at her as a human, she's fucking ancient.
Rude.
He's an itty bitty little boy. Okay? The theory is he is the Beast's illegitimate son. So the theory is the Beast was seduced and impregnated the Enchantress from the beginning of the movie. And when he hid the boy away from being illegitimate, meaning born under unmarried born under an unmarried couple, Bubbles?
Are you saying that the Beast,
the Enchantress,
prince,
cursed the castle?
Fucked Mrs. Potts?
No.
He pulled it Arnold?
No.
And fucked the maid?
No. He fucked the Enchantress. The lady who put the fucking spell on everything.
Okay.
So Beast fucked the Enchantress, the lady who starts the ball rolling in the whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
The Beast took the kid away, right? And he doesn't want the kid to be up and about because he had it outside of wedlock. The Enchantress was like, oh, see, puto? You son of a bitch. Well, I cast you. Rawr. Right? Putting a spell upon everybody inside the castle, including her son. And because the Beast was such an asshole and neglected everybody, right? Mrs. Potts, because she's such a loving mother, took him in as her own. Do you buy or deny that theory? You buy that one?
I don't.
Why not?
It's stupid.
No, it's not stupid.
It's super stupid.
You thought that he fucked Mrs. Potts.
That's even more real.
That's more stupid.
It's not.
He would break Mrs. Potts, bro.
At this time, he wouldn't be a beast.
Even not be a beast.
Why?
I don't think you remember what Mrs. Potts looked like, homie.
Are you saying man don't fuck anything and everyone?
A man like that ain't fucking Mrs. Potts.
Maybe he had a fucking fetish with maids and shit, and Mrs. Potts is one of the only, I don't know, maybe he raised her. I don't fucking know. Do you see that badonkadonk of Mrs. Potts?
Look at Mrs. Potts, bro. She ancient.
She's not ancient.
She ain't tapping that.
Yes, he is.
No, he not.
Why not?
Because look at him. He a fucking prince, dog.
I mean, I can see it.
You buy that over him tapping a fucking random lady that he picked up on the bar who turned out to be an enchantress and got pissed. He didn't pick
her up in the bar. There's an old lady that came knocking to the door of the castle asking for, I don't know, shelter. And he was like, nah, you too fucking ugly. And she was like, sí, puto. Then she revealed herself and it was a hottie. And he was like, now that I'm a hottie, you want to help me? Pues no. And then she cursed him to be fucking ugly.
So how do you explain the fucking Mrs. Potts and this little kid? She ain't having that kid.
Why not?
Look at him. Look it. How old is this little fucker?
I don't know. 4, 5.
How old is Mrs. Potts? 80?
Back then, people had rough lives. Maybe she aged fast.
So she's 30.
And there's a bunch of little cubs there. She's not the only one. So there's a bunch of kids.
That's the only one that she seems to give a fuck about.
Because maybe that's the real son. The one.
From who?
From the prince.
Do you know how fucking kids are made, dog?
Yes.
I buy it, Bubbles. You wildin'.
So you're saying that he fucked a fairy?
Not a fairy, an enchantress.
A magical being.
Yes. That turned him into a beast. That kind of fits the Beauty and the Beast story.
No. The prince fucked Mrs. Potts. They had a kid.
That doesn't make...
And he's the new heir to the throne.
Then why wouldn't he recognize him then?
Because he's ashamed that he fucked Mrs. Potts.
He's ashamed that he fucked Mrs. Potts.
Yep.
No, I don't buy that one, Bubbles.
I think it's more believable than he fucked this mystical bitch that came knocking to his door.
Then why did she cast a spell on him?
Because he didn't show kindness.
So the moral of the story is we have to open the doors to all the Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yes, you have to be kind to people.
No, some people don't deserve it.
Well, that's why you look like a beast.
Right. And you're Mrs. Potts. Bitch. It makes more sense that he fucked over this lady and she's like, see, puto, you're gonna fuck me and take my son? Here, I'm a salt bay with some fucking spell on your ass. There you go on your face.
This happened like in a span of a few minutes, and what you're implying is that he fucked this bitch, he got pregnant for 12 months. No. Stupid ass. No.
You wild and Bubbles, let us know what side of the coin you feel you fall on. Mrs. Potts got the beast dick, or the enchantress got the beast dick. Someone got the beast dick, and I want to know. Moving on, Bubbles.
For all we know, he's like the son of somebody else, and he just called her mom, and because that's what people called the help back then.
Now you're saying that she's too old to have this little fucker, huh? Because you saw the picture of him? Because she's fucking decrepit and old.
I'm just saying. There's not a single wrinkle on her face. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
What the fuck you mean? Look at her face right here smiling.
It's chubby, but it's not wrinkled and old.
She has fucking white ass hair.
Maybe that's not even hair. It doesn't look like hair.
Oh, she a wig.
No, it's not a wig. Maybe it's like
that makes more sense because everybody else back then was wearing wigs. Isn't the food wearing
maybe
wigs?
Some trapito or something, so that the food don't go in the food when she's cooking.
I don't know. Estas Way is her most for sure, right? Le Fouille and the candlestick.
No,
Lumiere.
Isn't Lumiere fucking the duster?
Oh yeah, that's true. All right, Bubba, let's keep.
Maybe
pushing.
he's bi. Bi people exist.
I think that's a big old theory in my thoughts. We'll get into that. Keep it pushing, Bubbles. Kind of connecting still. Beauty and the Beast a little. Jane from Tarzan.
It's a hoe.
Is a descendant of Bells. So Beauty and the Beast takes place in the mid 18th century, and Tarzan takes place almost a century later. Belle could be Jane's grandmother. They both have similar fashion sense. They kind of look similar. Hair color is the same. They both have goofy parents. They both have similar taste in men. They're both into the beasts. And the most glaring evidence, you can see Turk, aka the monkey in Tarzan, playing drums on the tea set at the campsite. Something that could have been passed down through generations. Do you buy or deny this theory, Bubbles?
I don't buy it.
Why not?
Because I don't buy it. Like, they become real people at the end of the movie. It's not like, why would the teacups be there?
Because maybe they don't die. Maybe they turn back into the thing and then just stay frozen into the things.
What?
Maybe they don't. Instead of dying, Mrs. Potts finna die in about 5 years. She turns back into a pot.
No, I'm sure she would just die.
No, she turns back into a pot, but stays a pot.
Oh.
So now we drink out of Mrs. Potts all the time.
I don't buy it.
Fuck you, Bubbles. How do you explain the fucking tea set there?
They're just little Easter eggs.
No, there's got to be explanations for everything. Too much about it. You're not a fucking fan. Eat my shorts. The tea set was a big, huge part. I was like, oh, yeah, I liked it. And I bought it. You don't buy it?
No, because the spell broke at the end of the movie.
But he even has a little chip, bro.
Huh? Are you implying that the kid's still there?
No. I'm saying that when they turned into people, the objects that they turned into stayed. So basically she got out of the pot.
That's not shown in the movie.
It's not shown in the movie neither.
It is.
No.
It shows it transformed from the object to the real person.
But then the object is still there.
No, it's not.
It's just the camera shot is too high. You can't see the stuff is in the ground.
Okay.
You don't buy it?
No.
Pinche morro, you don't have no imagination, babu.
It's just Easter eggs.
Yeah, no. There's a fucking theory for everything. All right, Bubbles, we got a handful left.
Man.
There's another movie you probably hate. Emperor's New Groove.
I don't hate it.
You don't like it.
I like it.
You fucking liar, Wayne.
Why?
This is one of Anton and I's favorite. We used to watch all this shit all the time.
Liar.
I know this movie by fucking heart. Why do you challenge everything I say when
Where's your Cusco?
Tu mamadas con tus Cuscos.
I bet you even saw the series.
Yes, I fucking did. Kronko's the Skoo and the Emperor's New Groove. I saw them all. Anyway, do you recall when a spider is eating an insect? Right? It's eating this guy. Remember homie saying, help me, help me.
Maybe.
Fake
Haven't
fan.
seen it in a minute.
Fake fucking fan. I just saw it probably like 3 months ago. Theory is only people turned into animals can talk.
Okay.
So this thing that the spider was eating, this fly, was a person that was turned into a fly.
So Bambi was a real kid?
No, pendeja, in the fucking Emperor's New Groove.
Oh.
So the theory is Yzma practiced her spells on somebody at the castle, pissed them off, banished them from the castle as a fly, or homie escaped, and then got eaten by this fucking spider later on in the movie. Do you buy or deny this theory?
Who's the fly?
We don't know who the fly is. All we know is that he's somebody because he says, help me, help
Cusco's
me.
parent?
I don't know about that one. We don't know who the fly is.
Where are his parents?
Would you answer my question at a time while you start jumping everywhere?
No, I don't buy it.
Why not? He's talking. There's no any other animals that talk in the movie. The only ones that talk English and we understand are the ones that were turned into people. Kronk talks to a squirrel, but that's because he speaks squirrel. Look at Yzma, such a skinny legend, Doug. You don't buy this one? I do.
Okay, sure. Why not?
You buy it?
I let you have one.
No. It's not about letting me have it because I can have them all if I want. This is about me making a case.
It's just stupid.
Why?
Like, it doesn't... It needs to be more deep. Like, it has to be like a important character or something.
No, it doesn't. It's just a theory.
Well, I don't give a fuck.
Because you're not a fucking Emperor's New Groove fan, which you claimed you were. You see?
I didn't say I was a fan. I said I liked it.
Exposed. You're fired. I like it, Bubbles. We got a few more, Bubbles. This one hurts me. Okay? This is general. Theory is Mickey Mouse is a psychopath. And he used magic to make Minnie fall in love with him and forces him to serve him. Because we are aware that with the sorcerer hat, Mickey comes in possession of a lot of magic and he can do a lot of things. Theory says he put a spell on Minnie Mouse to make him control her and have her do his bidding. Do you buy or deny this theory, Bubbles?
I don't buy it.
I don't buy it either because Mickey is a compia, he's friend, he cool. That one's a little bit of a stretch.
I think Mickey's a sick bastard.
Why?
But I don't buy that he did that.
How is he a sick bastard? Because he wants to take over the world? Big fucking deal. That was a stretch, Bubbles. That was a stretch. I'll give you that one. You deny that one?
Yeah.
I deny that one. All right, Bubbles, we've got technically the last one. Okay? Winnie the Pooh characters represent mental disorders. Ready?
Okay.
Winnie has compulsive eating, OCD, and ADHD as well. He's obsessed with honey, which comes with the OCD, and he loves counting, which is a very tale of ADHD. Piglet has crippling anxiety, and his ear twitches, which is another symptom of anxiety. Eeyore is obviously, homeboy has severe depression. Owl is dyslexic. He can't read, but he's very bright. Tigger is hyperactive and impulsive. And the final one to bring the boat together, Christopher Robin has schizophrenia and only see his friends depending on his feelings. Do you buy or deny that one, Bubbles?
What about the rabbit?
Rabbit is a mo, so whatever, that's not a mental disorder.
Anger?
Sure, we can put anger on that one.
What about the...
Kanga's nothing wrong with Kangra. The mole?
Yeah.
He's
the beaver or whatever?
No. He's a workaholic because all he wants to do is work. In your face. I kind of buy it if you think about it.
What's Tigger?
Hyperactive and impulsive.
Oh. It's interesting.
You buy it.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, you fucking buy it, Bubbles. Goddamn right you buy it. You haven't given me any in a while. That's a good one. I like that one. And I got a little bonus one, Bubbles. You're going to say it's stupid, and I agree it's stupid.
Who's your favorite Winnie Pooh character?
I like Tigger growing up. But I'm also a 30-year-old man, so it's kind of weird if I had a favorite Winnie Pooh character. But at the same time, fuck y'all if you think it's weird. You know? Okay. I live my life with Pooh, like Pooh. Walking around with no pants on.
Oh, I thought you were saying eating.
También. I'll get honey on my belly every once in a while. I don't give a fuck. Why? Who do you like? Piglet?
I like Eeyore.
Of course you do.
He's chill.
Of fucking course you do. He's got severe depression. Okay. Here's a little bonus one, Bubbles, to close it out. High School Musical takes place in the Purge universe. Okay? Hold on to your calzones because this one's stupid. Ready? Because their actions have no consequences at all.
Okay.
The first movie, they trash a cafeteria.
Oh.
Nothing happens. No charges, no nothing. And the second one, they make a mess in a golf course, and the golf course does not shut down. Okay? And in the Thor one, Mrs. Darby, is that her name? gets away with forgery by signing Troy's name into the scholarship or whatever on behalf of Troy.
Wow.
The theory is they get away with these crimes because they perform them once a year. And they perform it the day of the year where there are no rules and crimes are permitted. Do you buy or deny the theory? I kind of like if it was on The Purge because I kind of wish that everybody got murdered in that shit. But it's kind of dumb. Say it.
It's dumb.
It's dumb.
It's dumb.
I like the one where they're all on drugs, which that would explain the musical numbers.
No.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking high school.
Why you are Eeyore. You are so fucking buzzkill, dog. Buy into the fucking thing a little bit. You said I love the Disney. Do you go into Disney and you're like, that's just cardboard. It's not a real castle.
But they make a good work making it. They do a good job making it work.
High School Musical or Disney?
Huh?
What are you talking about?
Disney. Like when you go into the.
But you have to buy into what we're talking about a little bit.
But that's stupid.
Because you're not buying into it. Buy into it.
Like there are crazier things happening in real life that are more like Purge-like than somebody dancing in a cafeteria.
No, not dancing. Destroying cafeteria.
I think it's not about destroy nothing.
That's what the fucking theory says. You think I watched High School Musical 3? No. I don't give a fuck.
I think I watched it
I can't say that about 1 and 2. I saw those fuckers a lot. I don't know why. They were just always on TV.
Yeah.
And when you're a kid, there's just no other channel other than Disney Channel.
I mean, there are, but yeah.
But that's where Olivia Rodrigo came from, huh? The reboot?
I think so.
Was she big before that?
I don't think so.
Is she got
big now?
She's fucking huge, man. Isn't she?
I guess.
See-way? Olivia Rodrigo? La Plagiarizers? See-way?
What's she plagiarizing?
That one song. That one song that sounds just like the redheaded one. What was the other one? Y'all people know what I'm talking about. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're too old.
I'm just the oldest.
That one fucking rocker song. I'll show you later.
Okay.
Paramore song.
I think they sang together. I saw a video of them singing together.
That was Billie Eilish, you old fuck.
No.
Billie Eilish. I saw that video. Unless she did the same thing with Olivia.
She did?
Did she?
Yeah.
Okay. I take it back. Take it back.
Thanks.
But High School Musical takes place in The Purge.
No.
Chingado padre, Bubbles. Fine. You win. You won, Bubbles.
Thanks. What did I win?
You get the sneak peek of, you get a new trailer of us a month. That's your fucking price. I do plan to do these with Pixar movies, so make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know. Dropping me theories. If you have more theories of other movies that we missed or something, I just looked for the craziest ones that I could find, the ones that intrigued me, the ones I could try to sell to Bubbles. But if there's more, I love to deep dive into that shit. Some of them are dumb that I was reading online. Some were really, really intriguing. I said them, but if I slipped on any, let us know. I do plan to do the same thing with Pixar. Maybe Bubbles comes back and joins us and does that. I have less, but we'll figure it out. Pixar theories. We'll see. But let's get into your prize, Bubbles.
Yay.
During Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, Avatar The Way of the Water teaser trailer was released. Bubbles, you watched this in the theater?
Yeah.
What do you think about Avatar, the first one?
I was thinking about it now, watching the trailer for this new one, and I don't get the hype.
It's the visuals, Bubbles. That's the hype.
Well, doesn't the story has to be like good? I think it was too long.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of I don't know. I would want to watch again the first one.
Yeah, I am
because I feel like I was a little maybe kind of too young, maybe to fully grasp
what the hell was going on
or get the whole thing.
Well, you know, there's 5 of these fuckers coming, right? 5 or 4.
That's gonna take a minute.
I mean, it's been the first one came out in 2009. So I don't know when you're coming out with these other fucking 3, but you better fucking step your pussy up, dog. But the plot for the second one is Jake Sully lives with his newfound family formed on the planet of Pandora. Once a familiar threat returns to finish what was previously started, Jake must work with Neytiri and the army of Navi race to protect their planet. Sounds like copy paste of the first one, just by reading that.
While sighing, the trailer was like, all this time just for this? Like, I'm not impressed.
I mean, the visuals are pretty wild, man. Look at that.
I liked it when it started showing the water.
Fuck yeah.
And
it better have good water.
I think it's going to get more interesting showing like water creatures and shit. Because it looks like water has a lot to do with this one.
It's called The Way of the Water.
I just don't get, like, I don't understand why it was like so successful and cool, but I don't hear a lot of people talking about it like, oh, I like Avatar.
Not in real life, but online you do. Like, people were learning Navi. And it's kind of like, I don't know if this merit you learning how to speak the language of, learning how to speak this fake language. Elvish from fucking Lord of the Rings. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Fucking Klingon from Star Trek. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Feel like I learned how to. I can speak Navi. Like, okay.
Squirrel from
Cusco. Very good, Bubbles. that all makes sense. I would buy that. Navi. I don't know, man. It's only been one movie. It's basically Pocahontas.
I feel like they build a lot of hype into it, and people buy it because it's by this guy,
James Cameron,
by him,
Mr. Titanic,
and because they say like,
Terminator.
Oh, it costed this bunch of money to make it, and it's like, oh.
Talk about the first one or the second one or both?
For all of them.
Yeah.
So people buy into the hype, and since they're not bad.
No.
They're like, all right.
But it does. I really feel like it doesn't deserve to be the highest grossing movie of all time, which it is.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Well, it's going to be because they're going to re-release it and they're going to make more money and they're going to pass Endgame pretty soon. I'm pretty sure.
It doesn't, like, I don't know.
It's the whole 3D thing. That's what they were selling the first movie. Remember, it was big about 3D. Watching it in 3D. 3D is the new shit. You're going to need glasses. And watch 3D and 3D. And I feel like it didn't go exactly where they wanted it to be. They're not even, I'm pretty sure there's going to be showings in 3D. But the main thing isn't experience this in 3D. You know? I remember when they were trying to sell you a 3D monitor for your home. Like they wanted to plug in Avatar to make it, remember those goofy glasses or 3D glasses and all that? Avatar was that movie that was connected with that whole marketing. So I don't feel it deserves to be the second highest grossing movie of all time. The quality visually is there, but the over arc of it, I feel like it's an 8 movie.
Yeah.
Endgame makes sense. It's more, it was the climax to over 10 years of storytelling coming into an end. That makes sense. That's an event. I don't feel like the first Avatar was an event, but I kind of remember it being somewhat an event, no? Like, yeah, did you see Avatar like it was a big deal back then?
Yeah.
I just don't know if it deserved that attention.
I don't know. I need to rewatch it again, but there's nothing that sticks to my mind that was like, oh, I don't know.
You have to fuck the horsies to be able to fly it or whatever. Connect your tails.
Yeah, that was creepy.
But again, talk about theories. If you break it down, it's basically Pocahontas way.
I don't even remember what the fuck is it about. Like, they go into a computer
The guy
universe?
with no legs hooks himself up and becomes a Navi, and he falls in love with the lady.
But where does he go? Is that a real world or is that a computer?
It's a real world that the military was trying to extort resources from.
But why do they need to get in a pod?
Because you can't. Because they wanted them to be one with the tribe and kind of double cross them. His mission was to befriend the Navi, learn the way of the ways, and then go in there and take everything away. Just like Pocahontas. John Smith, little white guy, was gonna buddy go on Pocahontas, clap them cheeks, and then go like, and then the guy's gonna come out and take all their fucking resources.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, he's like, no, that's my family. Just kind of wild.
Yeah, I gotta rewatch it.
I'm going to, but we're probably going to do it for the list because I own it. And I remember my mom loved this fucking movie. I feel like it's a mom movie. I feel like older people love this fucking shit. You don't think this looks dope? Her looking through the grass?
I think it looked better towards the end.
The movements? Or
the characters, the avatars, or whatever the fuck they are.
They're Navi, bruh.
But I can't say I'm wet, but I watch.
Yeah, because this is going to be one, even though I don't believe it deserves to be number one best shit of all time, it's going to be talked about in the mainstream media. As far as cast, we got Zoe Saldana again, Miss Colored Skin. She always wants to be blue. She always wants to be green. She also wants to be...
On Crossroads, she was herself.
All the colors. Was that her first movie ever?
I don't think so.
Probably not, eh? Sam Worthington, Sigourney Weaver, Stephen Lang, Cliff Curtis, Joel David Moore.
Is it the same main guy from the last one?
Edie Falco, yeah, and Jermaine Clement and Kate Winslet. Kate Winslet, I don't remember. She wasn't in the first one?
Sigourney Weaver?
I said Sigourney Weaver.
Oh.
No one really died. I mean, Stephen Lang was supposed to die, but he really didn't die.
I don't remember shit.
It's fucking Pocahontas, cuz.
I do want to go to the
theater
Disney part of it.
Oh, that's in Orlando, bro. Where they have fucking the floating thingies, the floating life tree.
Looks pretty neat.
They also say that the animatronic for one of the Navi that talks, and she's got like 8 parts. She moves bien perro. I'd be down. I wish I had a big enough budget to make that your prize, Bubbles, but unfortunately we don't. Este vato, isn't he? I'm confusing him with Megan Fox's ex, ain't I? Isn't that him? Wasn't he? Sam Worthington?
What the fuck that is.
Who was tapping Megan Fox before Machine Gun Kelly was? Wasn't it this guy?
I don't know.
I could have swore it was. El Machine Gun Kelly's way. Damn. Is it what?
She's hot.
Megan?
Yeah.
The hottest way.
Really?
She's top 10 of all time. Megan Fox?
She's hot.
When I say top 10 of all time, I don't specifically say me. I say if we were to set a poll, I say like every man of every time of all time is going to say, yeah, Megan Fox deserves a spot in there. But if you're going to have me theorize and scratch it, she's probably off. Okay? Top 20. You rather have top 20 of all time?
Uh-huh.
She was like the hot, like everybody was on her nuts at her highest of Transformers, probably. And I think she's hotter now.
You think she's hotter now?
Than Transformers? Yeah. I like women that age.
I think she has some stuff to her face lately.
Yeah.
They're kind of like...
She's hanging out with the Kardashians, cuz.
I like how she looked in Eliza Rocks. Is that the name of the movie?
The Disney movie?
Yeah.
With someone who did not age great?
Rude.
What?
Well, they had different lives. So...
I'm pretty sure they were snorting the same kind of shit. You finna tell me you don't think Megan Fox was into drugs at all?
Back then, sure, why not?
Exactly.
Maybe with some
they just
a little out of hand.
They just punched Lindsay in the face, dog. I'm sorry, Lindsay Lohan.
She's coming back. Queen of Netflix. She just has like 2 movies in there.
Yeah. Kudos. Her best performance was in fucking
Parent Trap.
Machete. When you see your tits. See, Avatar 5, 4, and 3. Allegedly, according to IMDb, Avatar 5 comes out in 2028. Beetle. So it looks like we're going to have an Avatar every 2 years now.
Allegedly,
if everything goes to plan.
Well,
Es que no mames, from 2009 to 2022, that's a big old gap. And you're like, there's going to be 5 of these. Well, we got to like start moving, no? You would think.
Can't say that I care to see that many. Can't say I would even want a number 2.
I'll put it this way. Would you rather have 5 Avatars or 5 Fantastic Beasts? You have to watch one of the quintilogy or whatever you call it. The pentilogy? What do you call 5?
Fuck me. Fantastic Beast, I guess.
Neta?
I got 2 down. 3 down.
You forgot about the last one. I'm finding a lot of non-Harry Potter lovers enjoy that movie.
Yeah, me too.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
It's because they're not invested in it.
But it makes sense.
Makes sense. You know why? Not for you.
Fake fans.
Fake fans. And if I tell you who the person I think it is, even though I'm telling you now who that person is, you already know.
No.
Fakest fan. The fakest of our fans. You think Avatar 2 is going to break all the bank?
I'm sure it makes some bank, yeah.
You think it's going to be like top 3 of all time?
No.
Again, it's Avatar and Endgame, top 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to release Avatar Uno in theaters, so that's going to make more money, and that's going to be kind of cheating. It's probably going to pass, Endgame again.
I don't think people are going to go to watch it to the theaters.
People would.
Because it's already on Disney+.
But they don't have a theater in their home.
Would you go?
No. I have a theater in my home.
A lot of people have theaters in their home.
A lot of people don't.
A lot of people do.
A lot of people rather pay $30 to go see Avatar in the theater.
Not in this economy.
I don't know. That's their plan. Tell it to Mickey Mouse, dog. Don't tell me. I ain't doing this shit. They're retouching it too.
Can't retouch my tits.
Oh, your tits needs retouching though. But we watching, right? We're talking on this shit. We watching.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks cool. The 11-year break was enough. Right? After this one, we're going to have a 2-year break for the 3rd one. Let's see how we are. Let's see what the taste in our mouth is for this one. Because
maybe they'll film all of them in this huge gap.
Nah.
And they're just like...
Nah, they're filming... Like, the 3rd one is in post-production. They already finished the 3rd one filming. So they're going to start filming the 4th and the 5th pretty soon.
I mean, most of it's computer.
Right.
So...
You just need the guy to say, oh, go down. And do the water. But what I read, it just sounds like a giant copy-paste way.
Could be. Look pretty similar.
The synopsis says he's got to protect the land. Like, oh, well, we did that, yo.
It didn't look different from the first one.
Because that's how you remember the first one. Maybe the first one visual. There's got to be an 11-year gap visually. Wait, no seas mamon. Of course there is.
Maybe it holds up.
I was also reading that this lady's a different race of Navi.
What?
Yeah, I'm not getting into that crazy shit. Am I excited? But I'll watch it. Of course I would watch it. I'm not a fan. I'm not going to learn Navi. I'm not glad I learned Navi back in 2009.
Would you fuck a Navi?
Am I a Navi person or am I me?
You're you.
No, mommy, she's like 11 feet tall way.
So?
Yeah, who's Oh, it looks like Kate Winslet's going to be a Navi. That's cool. That's Kate Winslet underwater.
Damn.
It looks so dumb.
Why are they doing that?
That's how they film it, bro. They're floating underwater, doing their shit, touching the top of the water. I don't know. It's going to be an okay movie. I expect an 8 and above. I'm not too invested, but I'm down. You down, Bubbles?
I'm down.
We down. You know what else is down?
The views?
I was going to say something like that, but I realized I was burning myself. But yeah, you're right. Let me roast these motherfuckers. Our views are down. So y'all motherfuckers need to start watching our shit. Like, comment, and subscribe. Boosting up the ratings for the audio realm. And I'll write a review to boost it. I don't know who wrote a review last week, but some of y'all wrote one review and we boosted up the ratings a lot. So imagine that's the power of one review. Imagine the power of 2. So,
was it your review?
No, I don't even know how to write a review. I don't have an Apple Podcast review thingy. But if you do, please, I would greatly appreciate it. Leave a review for the audio realm, Geeks, Flicks, and Joysticks. You can follow us on the Insties, Geeks, Flicks, and Joysticks. We have a Facebook page as well. And on the audio realm, you can find us on iVoox, Stitcher, Spotify, wherever you get your shit. Yeah, do that. please, 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 you can follow me personally at Enterprises, Paurazas, as well as my ghostly friend Felix at Jafel91. Shout outs to Felix, as well as Bubbles at Alex_Mac211. I have a personal YouTube channel at EYEWAII, where I do gaming reviews. You don't see my stupid face, but you will hear my stupid voice. I have a lot of fun doing that. That needs support as well. I'm not sure what's going up for the list or what are we doing, but if you subscribe to the channel, you'll be all up to date as to what's coming up for the list. I forget. I lost track. I filmed like 17 videos this past week because we have a wedding. So, yeah, we're doing all that. Leave a comment down below on your fucking Disney theories. I had fun doing this, Bubbles. Hopefully you enjoyed it as well. And in not the near future, we'll do Pixar. We'll attack Pixar the same way. And if you have Pixar theories as well, drop them in the comments and in the DMs and all that, and we can feature them in the show. Anything you want to say to the beautiful people? Pinche Victoria's Secret model Bubbles.
Comment stuff.
It took you 5 seconds to think of comment.
Yeah.
Did you hear everything I said?
No.
Jesus Christ. Always and forever, you do you. Es todo, pinche Bubbles. La Victoria's Secret models, Bubbles. Nomás, just don't take your clothes off, please.